What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is the JR Wisdom channel. Once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And if this is your first time checking out one of my videos, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button along with the bell. That way you receive all the notifications for all of my future videos. So today I'm just going to jump right into it and talk about this whole incel situation that's going on. If you guys don't know what incels are, it's a term for a subculture, basically means involuntary celibate or involuntary celibates. So like I said, this is one of those red pill or extremist red pill groups similar to far right MGTOW. I don't want to say the term to get this video messed up, but it's a subgroup of these guys who they consider misogynists, self-loathing, misanthropists, self-pity, unable to get a woman, basically just he-man woman haters, if you will. These guys basically are like, they have the mindset of they deserve sex, but it's just the culture out there. It's not them personally. And they feel like women should be pursuing them. So the reason why I made this video is because you have some of these dating coaches and social media as well, who are basically putting out information, which some of them, I'm not saying all dating coaches, but there are dating coaches that are basically telling some men that they are something that they aren't at the end of the day. And it's just about being real. That's what we need to be real about in terms of the way this world actually is. It's fine to understand female nature and things like that, but it's just certain things you can't overcome. All right, guys? So social media, for you guys who are on social media, you see these dudes who look like they're laying down a woman every night of the week. They're sleeping with hundreds of women. It's easy. Just be like me. You can do it. Blah, blah, blah. It's completely unrealistic, guys. On the same side of things, you see women on social media. And for those of you guys watching porn and stuff like that, it's unrealistic in terms of a lot of these women. These aren't the everyday women that you see in the street. And you may see these things in movies and think that, you know, this guy is able to do this, or I'm watching this skit, he's able to do this. Not saying that it can't be done, guys, but it's not the norm. All right? It's not the norm. We just need to get that out of our heads. The part that I want to harp on as far as the dating coaches is that they make it seem like if you buy this book, if you buy this course, if you subscribe to my Patreon, and I'm not hating by all means, you know, that your life can change like that. And obviously we're on social media. It's about microwave results, those instant results, those results that by listening to this guy, he may seem like he has it all together and he's able to do these things. So I should be able to do these same things as well. It's the same thing about weight loss and all these other things. You have a small selection of people that are able to do these things. And a lot of times they're not really happy at the end of the day. But anybody can look a certain way on social media. The same thing with women. So what we need to realize is that sometimes you can't overcome certain things like genetics, natural selection, hypergamy, the way certain women were raised, and it's pretty much set that they can't date outside of this type of man or someone within their own race or culture in itself. So you have to understand that sometimes you can't overcome those things, and it's just the way it is. But social media and certain dating coaches will have you thinking otherwise, and it's just not fair. You know what I mean? It's unrealistic expectations. You know, it's funny how many of these channels, they play into the emotions of your lower self. What I mean by that is they'll tap into certain things, especially these far right red pill channels, to make you seem like you don't need a woman. And that is true. You really don't need a woman, but not to the point where it's basically hate, you know, and it's tapping in. A lot of these guys, they have silver tongues. They're good with their mouthpiece. You know, I call it internet pimping as well, and pimping you dudes too, to tell you that you know, it'll say certain things. It's like trauma bonding is what I like to call it. We're a brotherhood. I'm part of this group, the He-Man Woman Haters Club, and we're trauma bonding. We've had this happen to us. We've been railroaded by women. You know, this country is turning into a feminist country, so on and so forth. A lot of these things may be true, but it's no need to go to the extreme. It's just like studying anything else, as I've said in previous videos. Once you understand the nature of a thing, then you know how to deal with it. You don't go to the extremes. A lot of these guys, when you listen to them talk, you can tell they're not getting no buns. You know, I pumping the art of pump and dump, the art of pump and dump. Dude, if you got that mentality overall, it comes out of you even when you're talking to women. Trust me, if you ever met a guy like that feels that way, it'll come out when he's talking to women. You can tell some dudes that aren't good, but these guys will paint the picture like, bro, all I do is pump and dump. I pump and dump, pump and dump, pump and dump. I walk outside. Hey, baby, what's your name? Oh, I've been waiting for you my whole life. All right, come to my house. I'm gonna make some lasagna, and we're gonna do our thing. And it's just like that. Every woman you come across, and if she isn't, something's wrong with her. If she doesn't like me, something's wrong with her. If a woman doesn't like me, she doesn't like men. How dare you? I'm a high value man, blah, 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 blah. Bro, high value or not, a woman's gonna choose who she wants to choose at the end of the day. It's just how it is. So it's painting this unrealistic expectation. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. And what this does ultimately is it drives you further down the rabbit hole, if that makes any sense, right? It's kind of like for all you Star Wars fans, it's like turning to the dark side. You're succumbing to the dark side like Luke, right? You're succumbing to it. Fear and anger and all of these things till you eventually just, you know, become like Anakin and just fall victim to the dark side, if you will. And at that point, it's just like you have that set in your mind. Everything you see, every woman you see, you have a certain mindset about her. If she doesn't come approach you, something's wrong with her. She's a hypergamist. She has this outlook, and it's really you. I've done a video about this in the past. It's really you. If you just be you, you'd be surprised at how many women would be attracted to you just by you being yourself, or how many would approach you. Not to say that you don't have to approach women, not to say you shouldn't feel like you're the prize. I'm not saying any of this, guys. So a lot of you like, man, this dude's a blue pill simp. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that this is just things that I ask you to consider. You should never be vibrating at such a lower level like that, or let somebody get you to that point where you're vibrating at a lower level to say these type of things, or have it take over your mind. I know going through the court system and all this stuff will drive you crazy, will drive you to, you know, hate the opposite sex, so to speak. But you can't do that. You know, you just have to learn from that experience and readjust and keep it play at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I've seen some of these guys actually go to the point, some of these pickup artists and dating coaches and things like that, they'll say something like, you're not an alpha male unless you've slept with 1,000+ women. I haven't slept with 1,000 women, nowhere near close to that. And I'm not saying that I'm an alpha male, but that doesn't make me a sucker or a simp. If a man married his high school sweetheart, so to speak, and they've been happily married, let's just say if they are happily married, if that's his choice, does that make him a simp at the end of the day? How about your dad? Was he a simp? Did your dad slay over 1,000 women? I'm not an alpha male unless I slay 1,000 women. It's stuff like this. Like I said, it's unreasonable and unrealistic for the average man to be saying things like this. And at the end of the day, it sounds good when you're hearing it, but when you really think about it, what productive, busy man that's on his purpose has time and the money, because you have to have money to be doing these things, the time and the money to be sleeping with multiple women a week or even a day, as they like to paint it. I got to date this night. 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 But you're not spending no money. All these women just coming over here. They're bypassing all the other men because you got such a cold mouthpiece that they're going to drop it and do whatever for free. Come on, bro. It's not realistic. So a lot of you guys need to cut all that stuff out. Even whacking off. Cut that stuff out on Pornhub because it's ruining your mind. It's like cocaine at the end of the day. It's ruining your brain. You're getting that same feeling that you would get off this narcotic by doing this. And the way you look at women is different. And what you need to realize about women is that there's always going to be a prettier woman. You're always going to come across a woman that's more beautiful. And if you look at these models, these IG models, booty models, all this, and you look at the average woman walking down the street, you know, you have your mindset on this one that you whacked off on. And this woman is just like, you know, and if she turns you down when you approach her, then all hell breaks loose. So you guys got to cut that out, man. That's all I'm saying. Be you, be yourself. I hate that phrase, but work on your purpose. Focus on yourself. Be a genuinely good person. All right. Everybody's not an introvert and everybody's not an extrovert, you know, but you can always attract a certain type of person because there are people that are just like you. When I say people of the opposite sex, there are women that are just like you. So we tend to deal with people that are like us or similar to us or, you know, within our orbit. People we encounter, women we encounter. Just work on your social skills and you'd be surprised at how many women you come across. You'd be surprised at how many women will actually hold a conversation with you if you're able to hold a conversation, being just a genuine person at the end of the day. So just to close out once again, don't become one of these involuntary celibate dudes, if you will. If you're going to be celibate, make it voluntary. But at the end of the day, I'm not. Don't get me wrong, because you guys are going to be like, you're going to say sex is great. Sex is one of the greatest things ever invented. You know what I mean? So don't get me wrong with that. But sex isn't everything, right? It's not everything. You can still be broke, not have a place to stay, you know, other things going on in life. And sex is not a priority. You get everything else together in your life and sex comes next. Don't just make your life about waking up in the morning. Who can I get in bed tonight? All that'll come. So with that being said, let me get off my soapbox. Just wanted to talk to you guys about that. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, that way you receive all the notifications for all of my future videos that have content like this. Make sure you guys share this video if you feel like it'll be a benefit to anyone. And if you got any topics you'd like to discuss or any comments or questions, leave them in the comment section below. If you want to book a one-on-one with yours truly, hit me up on Calendly. The link is in the description as well. Make sure you check out these videos that'll be popping up on the screen related to this topic. And with that being said, peace be upon you and the mercy and blessings of the Almighty. And I will see you guys soon. I'm out. Peace.